All right, this is our video on the 8 parts of speech. It should be a quick review, and we're going to do some in-depth looking at the types of nouns. All right, to start off with, we just need to make sure that we understand that we have some major actors and some supporting cast members. Our main actors are the noun and the pronoun. Most of our words are either nouns or they are verbs. I hope I didn't say something stupid earlier. The two main actors are nouns and verbs, so what I may have said something about pronouns. Please forgive me. All right, so nouns and verbs form our main, almost every word in our language is either a noun or a verb. I mean, we have other words, adjectives and adverbs, as far as parts of speech, but we want to know who's the subject and what is that subject doing, and that's our verb. We also have pronouns which take the place of nouns. We have adjectives that describe, or excuse me, not describe, but modify. Modify is going to be our word, modify nouns. We have adverbs that modify verbs. They also modify other adjectives, and they also sort of modify themselves. They can do that as well. So an adverb is a really interesting part of speech. We have prepositions, conjunctions, those link things, and interjections add excitement or some type of emotion. All right. That's our overview. Nouns. So nouns name things. That's going to be the key. They name persons, places, things, and the really big one, ideas. The two that we're going to talk about first are proper and common nouns. Proper and common nouns. So proper nouns. I have this picture here of a very famous person. You guys may not know who it is, but this figure is Neil Armstrong. And Neil Armstrong was the first man to walk on the moon. It's a very, very important person. Neil Armstrong is a proper noun because that is his name. Now, if we were talking about a common noun for Neil Armstrong, we would say the word astronaut, because common nouns name less specific things. There'd be lots of people who could be astronauts. Only one or two people are named Neil Armstrong. So one is so a proper noun is going to be capitalized, and it's going to be specific. Specific for that person. So those are two guidelines for proper nouns. Common nouns are not capitalized. I mean, unless they're at the beginning of the sentence or something like that. And they are less specific. So, for instance, we have a book here. But if we wanted the proper name or proper noun is its title. So, all right. Concrete nouns, and these name objects. And the specific thing about these objects is that it's an object names objects, and it is something that we could touch. And now its opposite, the abstract noun, is going to name ideas. And these are things that you can't touch. You can't really touch, ladies and gentlemen, freedom. Freedom is not something that we can see it possibly in action, but it's not going to be something that we could actually physically touch. So those are the first group of nouns that we want to talk about. Second group are other types of nouns would be collective nouns, singular nouns, and plural nouns. And I've got some interesting examples here. We all know what this picture is. It's a picture of a group of sheep, but we have a specific name for a group of sheep. So collective nouns, as you guys are probably already guessing, collective nouns name groups. It's a name for a group. So for instance, we have lots of, this is going to be called a flock of sheep. You might have a herd of cattle. A group of teachers is going to be the faculty. A group of students is going to be the class. And then a group of sports enthusiasts, athletes, is called a team. All right, so we have a lot of collective nouns. The cool thing about collective nouns is because when we talk about is it going to be singular or plural, even though a group is more than one, these teams or these classes form as one single unit. So they're normally going to be used as singular nouns. The next thing has to do with plural and singular. We have one teacher here, so we would say teacher. Oops. Sorry about that. So teacher without the S, so one names an individual, an individual thing, teacher. And then this group of teachers, we'll have to say if we want to make that plural, teachers, and that's going to name more than one. Than one individual or thing. All right, hopefully this is a good overview of nouns. Please let me know if you have any questions. We're going to really delve deep into the other parts of speech very, very soon.